Hi, my name is Josephine and these are my creatures. Welcome to another episode of Rainbow Repaint Series. I'm seeing red, on purpose this time, because it is the next color in the series. I gathered all my red supplies and got to work. I chose Draculaura this time because I don't really use her. She is, in my opinion, overused. But for this repaint, I think she will work great. I'm making a hybrid by using the reboot head, but swapping out the body for the original for better articulation. But first we need to prep our canvas. Off come their hair, heads and faces. Unfortunately, the neck peg broke, but I fixed that later on, so stay tuned for that. I prep the scalp for rerouting by painting it bright red with Liquitex Basics acrylic paint. If you are curious of what I'm using, I do try and list everything in the description box or leave me a question down below. The main color for the hair is Delicious from Doll Hair Emporium. I used some leftover colors as accents. If I remember correctly, the names were Raspberry Smoothie, French Fancy and Peony. To reroute the doll, I use an X-Acto knife handle and a needle that is cut open in an angle. It works great, but you can also purchase tools specifically meant for rerouting. Now that she has a full set of hair, I secure everything with a big blob of glue. Make sure to spread it around in there so that it covers every plug. When I was thinking the color red and what I associate with it, I came up with a demon character. And all demons must have horns, so I'm making an armature for them. I also stole the doll's ears, I believe for my dark fae doll, so I need to make her new ones. I love my magic sculpt, so I use it again to create the horns and ears. To sell that demon vibe, I add hooves to her feet. I did so many thin coats of acrylic paint on the horns, ears and hooves that I lost count. Time to give her a face. Protect the hair with a piece of cloth and go to town spraying your first layer of Ms.SuperClear sealant. I go in first with pastels to give the face some dimension. A trick to a seamless blend is to use a lighter color to blend out the darker shades. On the second coat, I start with defining the lips. I knew right away that I wanted to give her fangs, so I'm prepping for them by shading the area between the lips very dark. A light pink tone is great for mapping out the features, and I did all of it on one go. I guess I had a really great day. When you are working with just one color, you really need to pay attention to the tone and hue of the colors, so that you are not placing colors that don't have enough of contrast in tone or a difference in hue next to each other. It's like playing a game. You need to think about the face as a whole and be very strategic about your choices. I darken my sketch and move on to adding highlights. Third coat of sealant. Adding tiny lines to her eyebrows really give them that tiny bit of detail that was lacking before. I use grey to shade the eyeball and the teeth. Especially the teeth need that shadow on the top to sell the illusion that they are underneath the top lip. I love the sparkles on her cheek. I made them purposefully upside down so that she would look devilishly cute. A tiny bit of shading will make the upside down crosses pop even more. I liked the eyes without pupil, so I just add this circle to make them more like anime eyes. The shading on the iris is more intense than what I've previously done, and I do like it. These lashes were killing me, and eventually I gave up and did them off camera. I was still struggling, but at least no one was watching. To highlight the eye, I give it a small dot of white paint, and tweak the rest of the highlights on her face as well. Tiny bit of PearlEx powder will give the eye and cheeks a subtle shimmer. I gloss the eye and lips with my Tamiya gloss glaze, which is running dangerously low at the moment. I need to order more ASAP. So let's tackle the neck peg situation. I'm gonna use super glue to glue the missing piece back to its place. The tricky part is to not get glue where it doesn't belong, otherwise you risk gluing the joint shut. To reinforce the connection, I'm using a tiny bit of magic sculpt on top of the cracks. Not too much, because we don't want the neck to get too thick for the head's neck hole. The body needs some blushing to match the face, so I'm using the same PanPastels to do that. I try to keep the Rainbow Repaint Series dolls quite simple, so I'm skipping the clothes. This makes the video shorter and I can finish the dolls faster. This way I have some wiggle room in my uploading schedule if I want to post 2 videos or I don't have much time to work on my dolls that month. But I do want to give her something to cover up a little bit. I prep some yarn and turn it into wefts so that I can give her some fur accents. I also turned this viperine headband into a tail for her. The pink yarn gets glued down loose to create a nicer transition between the plastic and the fur. Now it's time to tame down this demon fur. I'm avoiding cutting straight across the yarn. Instead, I'm cutting it, my scissors pointing downwards or upwards. Professionals call this point cutting. It will feather out the ends and the result will be more natural and soft this way. I also used my X-Acto knife to thin out some of the areas. I use a hairdryer to soften the head and make it easier to put the head back on. I don't want to break the neck peg a second time. I cut her bangs and styled the rest of her hair, and now she is done. I absolutely love how she came out. She is so cute and kind of mischief. Don't forget to vote on the second color in the series. You can go to my community tab to cast your vote or just put it down below in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't yet done that, like this video and leave a comment. I would love to know what you think about my red demon doll. Until next time, bye!